Hey everybody, it's Claire. If you are new to my channel, thank you so much for checking it out. And if you're a returning subscriber, thank you so much for returning. I just wanted to hop on because I wanted to give a few updates. If you hear noise in the background, it's the kids' fish tank. Sorry about it, but I am in the process of cleaning their room. I am going to be starting ovulation testing, live ovulation testing. It's going to be on my channel each cycle. This is not TTC ovulation testing. This is simply ovulation testing so that I can track my cycle and see what my body does. I just want to be aware of what's going on with my body at what time in the month. Sorry if the camera's a little bit shaky. I usually have it on a stand, but right now I'm just holding it freehand. So like I said, you guys can expect to start seeing some ovulation testing. If you guys are new to ovulation testing or you've never done it before or you're interested in it, I hope that my videos can be educational and help show you guys what a cycle is like with doing ovulation testing and when you can expect to ovulate and everything like that. So I hope you guys are excited to follow along on that journey with me. I also wanted to give an update because health-wise, I've kind of had some stuff go on. I was diagnosed due to a CT scan as well as ultrasound testing with pelvic congestion syndrome. And the symptoms for me include anytime I lay down for more than 2 hours, I get this extremely deep aching pain in my pelvis on my right side specifically, and it wakes me up out of my sleep. It's very uncomfortable, it's painful, and every night I have to get up and start walking around and do these stretches, which I'm sure you guys can tell is not great because I don't get any consistent sleep. So with that being said, I was referred to a interventional radiologist, and they are going to be doing a procedure on me tomorrow to see. It's called a vein angiogram, and I think they put a catheter into my vein, and they're using like an x-ray or something, and then they inject contrast and see where it falls to see if they can physically see the blood pooling in my pelvis where I feel the pain. So I'm gonna have that procedure done tomorrow at the hospital. It's just a day procedure. I don't have to stay overnight or anything. I am kind of scared, but I'm going to be sedated for it. I'm not going to be put to sleep. I think I'll take you along with me tomorrow, not during the procedure, but I'll take you guys there leading up, and then afterwards kind of explain how I feel, how the procedure went. You could also be looking out for a baby update pretty soon because my daughter's almost 10 months old and she's actually changed a lot. So I do want to make an update about her, what's been going on with her, the milestone she's reaching and everything. One more thing that I just realized I didn't say about pelvic congestion syndrome is that typically when you have that, so I was diagnosed through CT and ultrasound, but the interventional radiologist wants to diagnose it through physically seeing it happen. But usually the treatment includes getting a coil placed and packing, so they put the coil in, they put the packing in, and it pretty much blocks off that vein so no more blood flows through that vein anymore. And with that, you don't have the pain because there's no blood pooling there. However, this is a coil that stays in your body for the rest of your life. The interventional radiologist said that typically it's older women who are past their childbearing age and all that kind of stuff who experience this. So she does think it is somewhat odd that I'm experiencing it. But I have had 3 pregnancies. I am young. I don't know family history because I was adopted. But this procedure is just going to be an exploratory procedure. Hey everybody, I am looking rough and feeling rough. Let me open my blinds. So guys, my plan today was to bring you guys along and kind of walk you through the process, what I was going to go through, and I did not. My mom drove me to the hospital this morning. She took care of the kids, and I was expecting it to be a pretty, straightforward, simple procedure. Unfortunately, it kind of went south. So I was sedated for the procedure. I was still awake. I could still feel things. The sedation was a mix between fentanyl and some kind of anti-anxiety medication. But originally they said they were going to be going in through my groin, and I'll show you that incision. So if you guys can see, that's my groin incision. And as you can see, I have something on my neck too. So what happened, they tried going in through my vein in my pelvis, and the vein kept collapsing, and it was painful. They said once you've got the numbing stuff, etc., etc., you shouldn't feel any pain. Well, I kept feeling the needle inside of me. My vein kept collapsing, and so then they were like stabbing outside my vein in parts where there were nerves, and I could feel it, and it was very painful. She tried doing this for maybe 10 minutes, and I kept saying, ow. They would give me more medication. I could still feel it. The vein kept collapsing. So then they say, okay, well, now we're just going to go through a vein in your neck that is a bigger vein, and we'll have easier access. Lo and behold, I don't know if you guys can see the incision very well. They went through my neck, and it was very uncomfortable. They put like a catheter in through the vein to hold it open pretty much. And I don't know what else they put in it, maybe a needle, something to shoot contrast. They inserted it through my neck all the way down to my pelvic vein. Like you guys saw down here. They were going to a vein all the way down in here. I felt all of it. It felt like there were like coils, it felt like long spiral things placed in here, because she would move it around and I could feel the spiral thing, and it hurt very badly. And now, you guys, my pelvic site where they did the incision, it doesn't hurt whatsoever. There's no pain there. My neck is a whole different story. I was never told before my surgery or at the first appointment with my interventional radiologist that going through my neck could ever be an option. I'm not doing very well today. I slept at my mom's for about 2.5 hours. I know I was gonna walk you through like being at the hospital right after, all that kind of stuff, and I thought that I was going to be able to, but realistically, I could not. It was just too much. As far as the result, I do have pelvic congestion syndrome, which is what was already diagnosed from CT scan and ultrasound, but formally diagnosed through this, I think it's called like a vein angiogram or something like that. So I do have it. I told you guys the treatment options. Treatment options is to get permanent coils placed and packing and glue to block off that vein so that blood no longer flows through there. And I am still not comfortable. Hey guys, it's a few days later, but I was just looking back on my video and I noticed that the side of my face where I got the incision and everything is actually swollen, and it still kind of looks like that here. Usually this side of my face, both my sides look like it, but I noticed in my video, and still kind of now, this side of my face is more swollen, just a little bit. Now I feel like it's going down, but definitely in the video it was prominent. But yeah, a few days later, the incision is mostly healed. It's still kind of sore. My neck is still a little bit sore, and my pelvis is pretty much almost completely healed. So I am doing a lot better now, but I just wanted to add this in here because I did notice that, and I did kind of think it was strange. Kind of contemplating if that procedure was even worth it, because yeah, they told me I have this, which was already suspected and diagnosed, and I already knew treatment options, so I don't know. Now I know something that I already knew, but I guess I could say that I for sure have it, but I'm just kind of regretting it because my neck is in a lot of pain. I really do not feel good, and I was expecting it to just be a lot more minimally invasive and less painful than it turned out to be. So this is where I'm currently at, but I did want to share with you guys, I got this package in the mail, and this is actually my ovulation test. So I'm gonna open this up, and then we are going to start ovulation testing. So let's get into it. I used the restroom. This may be a little bit TMI, but I actually started spotting. I don't know if that's related to the procedure or not, but obviously I'm not going to get a positive today, but I am going to show you guys the process. First thing you want to do anytime you're doing any kind of testing is always read the instructions. I have used these before, so I'm not going to read them all, but just to kind of get a range, like if your cycle is this many days long, then you should begin testing on this day. So my cycles are about 28 to 30 days. So if you go look at 28, then you should start testing on day 12. If my cycle is 30 days long, I should start testing on day 14. I always start testing a little bit early, like day 7 to 10. I would start testing because I like to just have that bigger range. But this is a guide if you want to follow that. So here is the 1 test. I'm going to open it now. You dip it obviously up to the max line, don't go above that. So we're just gonna dip it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. And you can see it starting to go across already. So if it's negative, only one color band appears. It's like a pregnancy test. So this is invalid, like if there's nothing. A negative is if there's only one line, or if the test line is lighter than the control line. A positive is when the control line and the test line are the same darkness, or the test line is darker. And you also, so you read it after 3 minutes. For me personally, I know I'm at my LH surge when the test line is actually darker than the control line. For me, when I get my LH surge, the test line will be even darker at nighttime, which typically if you take an ovulation test in the morning around 10, and then you also take it at night, then the test line is usually lighter at nighttime. When I'm having my LH surge, I'll get it, it'll be like the same darkness as the test line in the morning, and then by the nighttime, my test line will actually be darker than the control line. So those are signs to me that I know it's my LH surge, I'm about to ovulate. So we're just gonna wait 3 minutes and then we'll be back to formally read this test. All right guys, so it has been the 3-minute mark. Here is my test result. So as you can see, the test line, which is right here, that's super light, is lighter than the control line. So it is not a positive today, but I do have some LH in my system. That is why you can see the faint line. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I hope it was educational, and I hope you guys will continue to come back as I test for this new cycle in the next few days. I hope you guys will subscribe to my channel and give this video a big thumbs up if you enjoyed it, if you learned anything, if you found the video interesting. I really appreciate it, and I will see you guys in my next one. Bye guys.